Late 2007. The Iraq War winds down. President Bush proclaims victory, and reconstruction is underway. Sergeants Matthews and Isaac stake out a pipeline site in the desert after all American workers there were massacred. Their task is to find who did it before new crews arrive. They wait hidden behind scrub and stones under a scorching sun. Hours crawl by. Matthews grows impatient and suspects no regular Iraqi force. Remains, maybe a hit team struck and slipped away. Isaac notes no sign of a large unit and that the victims died from precise headshots, suggesting the legendary sniper Juba. Matthews doubts one shooter could down that many people so quickly. Fed up, Matthews asks Isaac to cover him and walks the site to search bodies for clues. Isaac's optic blurs. Matthews teases him, then remembers the scope belonged to a dead friend. Matthews inspects each corpse and, seeing consistent headshots, starts to accept Isaac's sniper theory. He moves into the open to assess firing angles despite Isaac's protests. A single shot slams into Matthews' abdomen. He collapses. Isaac zigzags across open ground to help but takes a bullet in the leg and must crawl to a shattered wall, forced to leave Matthews exposed. Mortally wounded but alive, Matthews tells Isaac to call base for backup. Isaac finds his leg bleeding badly, rigs a tourniquet from a belt, grabs the radio bag, and discovers the antenna is shot. Matthews pleads for a spot so he can aim. Isaac warns any movement will draw fire. He carves a small hole to stick the scope through and cuts his hand on falling rubble. Matthews reaches for his rifle, faints from blood loss, and Isaac, not wanting to die helpless, painfully extracts the bullet from his own leg, bandages it, and blacks out. Isaac later awakens to a voice in his earpiece. He reports the ambush and begs for medevac and supplies. The caller asks odd, risky questions, demanding coordinates or for Isaac to stand and fire so choppers can drop aid, and speaks with a non-American accent. Isaac realizes Juba has hijacked comms to set a trap. Instead of hanging up, he keeps the man talking while plotting. Juba claims to be an Iraqi patriot. Isaac mocks the idea that killing builders helps the country. Juba laughs and says money from these projects goes back to the US. He admits he shot Matthew's scope, Isaac's water bottle, and Isaac's leg on purpose to isolate them and savor the slow agony over the radio. Isaac refuses to reveal personal details. He taunts Juba, who retaliates by naming the dead owner of Isaac's scope, proof he's been eavesdropping. Isaac drags a fallen man to the wall to reach a working radio but can't without exposing himself. He discovers his water bottle has a bullet hole. Juba confirms he shot it. Isaac examines the removed bullet to deduce Juba's weapon while trading barbs. Heat, thirst, and guilt gnaw at Isaac. He hints Juba might be a former US soldier turned traitor. Juba insists he's a regular man and that Americans are the invaders. As the sun beats down, Isaac rigs a mock decoy, jacket and helmet on the rifle, and waves it, but the helmet falls, stripping Isaac of head protection and bringing him to tears. Desperate, he dashes for a fallen soldier's pack, grabbing water and a radio, and sprints back to cover amid Juba's fire. The scavenged radio won't transmit. Juba shoots the wall and damages Isaac's scope further. Then Isaac hears Matthews, alive, on a faint disturbance. Isaac screams a location to Matthews. Matthews claws up and fires metal shards toward the trash pile, trying to expose the sniper. Isaac keeps Juba chatting while drawing a map in dirt to calculate trajectories. Juba reveals he once taught at a Baghdad school whose students died in an American strike. Now the ruined school forms the wall Isaac hides behind. He taunts Isaac with threats to mutilate Matthews. Isaac, cornered, admits the scope honors a friend he accidentally killed in a friendly fire mistake. He'd been lying about the cause. The confession breaks him. Matthews fires blindly at the suspected trash pile, while Isaac trades words to distract Juba. Juba suddenly shoots Matthews in the shoulder. Isaac urges him to crawl to safety. When Isaac edges to help, Juba kills Matthews with a headshot. Watching his friend die triggers Isaac's breakdown. He begs to go home. Juba coldly tells him he might spare him if he truly wants to leave, then continues to manipulate the comms. Isaac later picks up chatter on the damaged radio and, hopeful, probes the signal. But Juba breaks into the channel using Isaac's name to call for help, luring reinforcements. Isaac realizes Juba has been spoofing US frequencies to bait rescue teams into ambushes. He cannot interrupt the broadcast. Exhausted and hungry, Isaac endures birds pecking his leg and decides on a final gamble. He fashions a rope and stick to pull Matthew's rifle within reach, then aims blindly at the trash pile. Helicopters arrive, drawn to the radio traffic Juba forged. Isaac shoves the wall to create dust cover while firing into the pile, hoping to hit Juba. Thinking he's struck the sniper, Isaac stands, and for a moment believes he's won. Choppers lower medics and load Isaac onto a stretcher. Rotors drown out his warnings about Juba. Suddenly, Juba opens fire on the evac, mowing down medics and shooting the pilot. The helicopter crashes. Isaac dies in the wreck. Juba resets the trap, hacking US lines again to pose as a soldier calling for help, ready to ambush the next rescue team.